2019 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion, please welcome a three-time Grammy winner and multi-platinum selling country superstar who will be playing a pre-race concert at the 2020 Daytona 500, Darius Rucker.
To make it to our stage tonight, the man behind the wheel of the 18 car had to be as close to perfect as you can get. And like so many times before, he was. In Miami, he took the lead at the final restart and dominated the rest of the way. The performance ended a 21-race winless drought when it mattered most and locked up a historic second championship for Rowdy Nation.
Kyle Busch at the front of the field. Here comes Kyle Busch. Boy, he was rock solid all day long.
He has been far and away the best when it matters most.
Kyle Busch is going to victory lane.
The brightly colored M&M's Toyota with Kyle Busch at the wheel.
This may be the move of the race.
Nobody does this place better than Kyle Busch.
Great job, guys. Awesome car. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Woo, boys. Awesome race car. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for letting us be a part of it, man. You are the best.
Kyle Busch is going to win his second Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series championship.
Awesome year. Thank you, boys.
I'm proud of you.
We got a fifth sticker.
It's my honor to welcome the winningest driver of the decade in 2019 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion, Kyle Busch.
With his second championship, Kyle Busch becomes the 16th driver with multiple Monster Energy Series titles.
Man, I'm sure you guys are all ready for this to be over. How about it, Boyer? Yeah? You done? All right, hold on. I got like 5 more minutes, sorry. Oh, man, it's crazy. I thought, man, I swear I had that most popular driver award until they said 3 wins. Then I was like, damn, okay, all right, it's Chase again. But you know what, that's okay. Maybe next time. Anyways, I was shocked, not really. Congrats, obviously, to all the winners across the stage that has been here this week. And of course, I certainly want to thank Nashville for being such a great host. It's been amazing to be here in a new city to celebrate a championship. But challenges in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. And through unimaginable loss, the legacy of JD Gibbs was felt throughout everything that we did at Joe Gibbs Racing. While we raced with heavy hearts, we were determined, but not to be defeated. We raced with never any more motivation to go out there and win, but every single person back at the shop dug a little bit deeper and gave a little bit more each and every week, even though we raced with heavy hearts. I certainly want to say hi to Melissa here, who's here tonight. Thank you for being here. And obviously, the results speak for themselves. Even today, while we're here celebrating, I want to give a shout out back to the shop. Yes, Joe, there are still some guys back at the shop, sorry, that are still working. I got that message this morning. They're still working this morning and getting ready for next year. Absolutely. And that's what attributes to 19 Cup wins, an all-time record, along with wins in the Daytona 500, the Coca-Cola 600, the Southern 500, and the NASCAR Cup Series Championship, with Denny, Martin, Eric, and myself Not myself. I just have the best teammates in the business. Let's go with that. So the results, though, are a direct reflection of the guidance of Joe and Coy and Heather and Melissa and all the kids. And of course, the countless number of other people throughout the company, like Alpern, Makar, Dr. Green, Carmichael, and Bolin, who make this all possible. But Joe, you're a tireless leader, a man who never sleeps, a man who is there at 7 in the morning and doesn't go home maybe till 7 at night, I don't know, but I receive phone calls at midnight sometimes and I don't even answer them because I'm sleeping. I've got a 4.5-year-old, by the way, in case you forgot, but sometimes I get back to him in the morning. Anyways, your leadership is what it's all about for everyone at Joe Gibbs Racing. And we dedicate this season and this championship to you and your entire family. Thank you, sir. I've been fortunate to be racing at the top level of NASCAR now for 15 seasons. I've learned a lot over the years. One of the biggest is that winning a championship is pretty damn hard. In fact, the first time, I even had to break some bones to do it. But this time, when you have 3 other drivers that are in the championship 4 with teams as good as they are, with Martin, Denny, and Kevin, you know that you have to be perfect in that final race, in that Game 7 moment, with everything on the line. And having that chance to race straight up with those guys on that final restart is what you live for as a competitor. And what I'm proud to say that our team was able to go out there and accomplish. Speaking of our team, during the off-season leading into 2015, Adam Stevens and myself, we sat down and we talked. Much like our talks to this day. We were very straight up with one another. We had hoped to accomplish many of the goals that we've set out and achieved to today, but we also talked about how we were going to get there. Now, 5 years later, we've done many of those things, my friend. It's been awesome to have you as the leader of our team, as the head coach of our team, as the person that puts us all together, pulls us all together, and is passionate about it as I am. So, love you, man. It means the most to be able to go out here and celebrate another championship with you and as well as the rest of our team. But to accomplish 27 wins and 2 Cup championships later, we've not only grown together, but as a team, we've had each other's back through thick and thin. That's a clap moment. There you go. The core of our group has stayed mostly the same through that time. That chemistry and consistency is what our team has been about and what impresses me most about each and every weekend. As everyone in this room knows, things don't always go your way during a 38-race season, even when the execution is meant to be perfect. No matter what was thrown at them, these guys, nope, they never gave up. They were able to finish off that final race with their very best performance. Right over here. I can't thank everyone enough on this number 18 team for their hard work and their sacrifices, not only that you make, but of course all that your family makes. So thank you guys very much. Thanks for letting me drive your race cars. Even though sometimes they don't turn in the center, we typically have pretty fast ones that show up at the racetrack. So right on, boys. All right. Anyways, moving on. Okay. With everything that happened in 2015 for the first championship, man, that was such a blur. I promised myself that I would slow things down and take it all in if I ever got that opportunity again. I've won a lot of races. I've had many great moments throughout my career, but spending that post-race at Homestead with my family was one of the most meaningful days I think I've ever had at the racetrack. So certainly, I want to thank Keelan Harvick for giving Brexton the idea and for NASCAR of allowing Brexton and myself to be able to go along for the ride on that victory lap. That moment in time will be something that I cherish for the rest of my life. I'm sure he will too. To be able to take it all in with Samantha, Brexton, my parents, my brother, Samantha's parents, Steve and Donnie, that experience meant the world to me. As well as being able to take it in with many of my longtime sponsors, many of those who the loyalty of our support is second to none, including 12 years being in this relationship with M&M's and Joe Gibbs Racing. I said it after the Homestead race that I have the best sponsor in sports with M&M's Mars. Not only are they great partners of ours, but longtime supporter of NASCAR as a sport for 30 years and counting. This is the clap moment. Thank you. So to Pam, and of course Victoria, I thank you guys both, and of course the entire Mars family, for your guys' continued love and support for all of us. And man, we love having you guys at the racetrack when you're able to be there, and of course love having those homemade meals. It's so amazing that you guys keep coming out there all the time and feeding us so well, so thank you. To William Clements, Grant Reed, Anton Vincent, Tracy Massey, who traveled from Brussels to Homestead to watch us celebrate, be there a part of it. I want to thank Darren Fernandez, the entire M&M's associates worldwide for their friendship and their support. From one longtime partner to the next, as Joe mentioned, Interstate Batteries, their commitment to our sport has been for almost 30 years as the founding sponsor for Joe Gibbs Racing. I can't thank our friends Norm Miller, Scott Miller, Larry Lawson, Charlie Brim, and everyone at Interstate Batteries, as you guys are outrageously dependable. As a longtime supporter of motorsports, one of my favorites, Ivan Stewart. I still play that video game. Brexton loves playing that video game. And as they joined our team in 2008, along with myself at Joe Gibbs Racing, I owe a great amount of gratitude to our friends at Toyota Motor Company. Akio Toyota, Daisuke Toyota, Bob Carter, Ed Laukus, Jack Hollis, Bill Fay, Vinay, Shahani, Laura Pierce, Paul Dolschel, Mr. and Mrs. Staluppi, who are here tonight, and everyone, of course, at Toyota for their continued support. Ed? Yeah, I know. I've always appreciated our talks of encouragement. We've been doing this together for such a long time. I've gone from 22 to 34. Damn. You've gone from a father to a grandfather twice over again. Damn, you're getting old. Anyways, can't thank you enough for all the knowledge and, of course, the guidance throughout the years. You're awesome, buddy. To TRD, Salisbury, and Costa Mesa, David Wilson, your socks are amazing. Even though Rutledge is disappointed in your shoes, I'm not. Anyways, I also want to thank Andy Graves, Tyler Gibbs, Jack Irving, everybody. Thank you guys for all the hard work and all the horsepower, the reliability that, of course, that we needed all this year for our championship run, and to win the championship in your 40th anniversary season. Hell yeah, boys. Congratulations. All right, so all our partners, including Snickers, Skittles, Pedigree, Stanley McIntools, Rheem, Mobile One, Cessna, Big Machine Label Group, DVX Eyewear, Kyle Busch Group, Kyle Busch Motorsports, KB Aviation. Huge thank you guys, everybody, for your continued support and your love throughout the season and making this a success. Certainly want to give a special shout out to Rowdy Nation. I see all your gear every week at the racetrack, and you guys ain't afraid to show everyone who your driver is. I appreciate that. But more importantly, I certainly want to thank all the NASCAR fans out there that watch us even every week and that support us at the racetrack, no matter what finger you're supporting me with. Thanks goes out to the France family, to Lisa, Ben, our leadership group, the driver services team, along with the NASCAR officials. To Jim France in particular, your calming influence over the sport has been felt by us all. For one, I appreciate you always being available to hear us out, whether good or bad. Even if we don't receive the answer we want to hear, you're always there for us. Thank you, man. Certainly want to give a thanks to Rowdy Energy, Monster Energy. Might have led into something there. Rodney, that was where it was. Rodney, Hilton, Mitch, you guys are amazing. I want to thank Goodyear. Of course, winning that gold car is something that every driver always loves being able to receive. That was amazing to see this week. And of course, Sunoco for your guys' continued support of our series. Certainly want to give a thanks to the men and women of our armed services who are out there each and every day fighting for our freedom. To give us this opportunity tonight We greatly appreciate your sacrifice. Thank you. And finally, the most important thank you I have, Samantha. My beautiful wife, Samantha. I read a quote recently that hit home for me. It said, "The strongest people are not those that show strength in front of the world, but those who fight and win battles that others don't know anything about." I'm right here with you knowing how hard it's been to go through multiple, failed attempts of IVF this year. To walk around and try to face people week after week is difficult for me, always knowing in the back of my mind how helpless I feel in life, knowing how much I wanted to answer your prayers, to be able to give you a gift of our baby girl. While those losses weigh on us each and every day, I also want to reflect on those of the many blessings that we do have in our lives. To the biggest one, which is our love for our amazing son, Brexton. You guys are my rock and my place of peace. I thank you for being there for me, as I'll always be there for you, even in the toughest of times, when we need each other the most. I feel no greater moment than this, to tell you that you are not only the greatest mother, but of course, the greatest supporter and greatest wife I'll ever have. Thank you so much. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a great off season. Thank you.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.